Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today exclusive stream, basically a stream that Dragonheir has agreed to post, advert at least on their social medias. So yeah, we will do like overall. I'll show to those of you who just joined me and didn't watch me in the previous days how these new heroes work. I'll explain a few cool mechanics. I had the time to play, with it a little bit, and I found a few interesting things with the hero synergy, etc. That's the main goal today. And before that, there's an exclusive code, a new promo code. Some of you already seen it. It's been spoiled. It's not hard to understand what it is. So this is a code that is available now. It doesn't give like super cool items, but it's something. It's 2 dice plus some Wyrmarrow. So yeah, grab this, use this code. Hopefully it's still working. I haven't tested it myself. But this is the new promo code. And let me just pin the message everywhere on HR. How do I get rid? It works? Nice, good. Okay, so that's sorted. Hello everyone, glad to see you all, as always, as every night, basically. Okay, so for those of you who haven't watched me yet, oh wow, I am Gomtu. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. Haven't started talking yet, but yeah, thank you. So, good evening, everyone. Today we'll have an exclusive look into the new heroes. I won't go over all the heroes and their skills, because quite a lot of other YouTubers have gone over those skills. So instead of me spending 1 hour just covering this and reading the skills description, you can check my videos on YouTube where I go over the skills as well as I show them. Okay, I show how the skills work, and all of that has been recorded before I actually had time to play with the heroes. So today I'm going to show you a few cool mechanics with those heroes. Okay. Thank you, I am Gomtu. So, first thing, and I think this is the most interesting theme for me and the most interesting synergy for me, is Ozul ultimate when he transfers into a demon. So when Ozul uses his ultimate, he transfers into a demon, and we want to keep this demon appearance as much as possible, because this is where his damage is coming. Okay, his damage is coming from this, and he's doing a lot of auto attacks. So we want to keep buffing these auto attacks as well as making sure he regenerates enough shadow energy to never drop it. Okay, and there's few ways to do it, but the easiest way to keep that happening is through this one Toldi. This shadow epic hero is probably the best shadow hero in the game, and I'll explain why. Let's quickly go to this team here and put this equipment on. Okay, so why I love Daphne, and I'll show that synergy as well. You don't need Daphne or any other shadow hero to make Ozul have this ultimate constantly once you have Taldi. Now, another thing with Taldi is he can have his he can apply defense penalty almost all the time. Look how he works. Okay, so every time he regenerates energy, shadow energy, through skills, he's got a 30% chance of regenerating shadow energy for shadow allies. Okay, and his battle skill regenerates like 60 shadow energy. And as you can see, we are constantly having enough energy, shadow energy, on our exclusive hero to make him stay in this. He's going to stay in that form forever. okay, until they die, obviously. So you don't need any legendary heroes beside Taldi. This is why we can run Shadow Team with 3 supports, similar to what we've been running with Ice Blast. Now, Shadow Team will not do as much damage as Ice Blast on a single target. That's what I have noticed. There are a few people who said they managed to do it, so hopefully it is possible. But I have not been successful enough to do that. Okay, the exclusive hero is the main focus of this faction. You're bringing everyone else to boost him. And there's another synergy that I want to talk about. Yes, Bob, I'll show other heroes as well. So the other hero is Daphne, who has another amazing synergy, but we need to be careful. We need to make sure that Ozul will have the highest attack in the team, and we can achieve that by changing the equipment. Okay, so at the moment I'm using the attack set with attack speed and basic attacks, ignoring the defense. But if we put the equipment that Daphne has, we will have a 4 extra attack for every crit damage. This will ensure that our Ozul is the highest damage in the team, because when she possesses someone, that person gains 35% of Daphne's attack. So we want to build Daphne with as much attack as possible. That's why we're also using downpipe organs, because we will get 10% of that on top of it, and it will go to Ozul in his range form. And then we run in this set, right? It's amazing set, and we can get high attack. As I said, Taldi is here to apply, which is remain and deal damage, and this is the skill I'm talking about. 3 times, each time grants 20 shadow energy to this hero, so it's 60 shadow energy, and he transfers 30 to another shadow ally. So it's best if we run both of them, but with how Daphne works, we don't need to worry about that. So when Daphne gets her ultimate points up, she will possess the hero. Okay, it's the hero with the highest attack, and you will see that she jumps into Ozul. Now he transforms. So he's super powerful now, and she's with him. We basically have 4 heroes on the battlefield. So she's avoiding all the damage the boss does. She avoids all the AoE damage that the boss does. But she also avoids the buffs that our heroes are applying and shields. And that is the downside of it. See, when she jumped out, she doesn't have a shield. And this is what makes her die as the first later. Okay, if she disengages from Ozul and we're about to get hit, she doesn't get shield, she dies. She also doesn't get healed, so her HP sticks, and this is like a double-edged sword. But I had good results with just forgetting Daphne and running Taldi and Ozul. Now the issue is, I don't think Shadow Team is a team that will do well on the Temporal Vortex or single target. I think this team is more oriented towards PvP, especially if we look at the aura that Ozul has. It's aimed towards Grand Gladiator arena battles. Okay, so this usually tells us that this hero will excel in PvP. And I wonder if we go to equipment, we go to recommendations. Yeah, basically this is the way they tell us to build it, and I'm actually using this set. I mean, the way they implemented all of this is quite cool, and I tried this gloves as well, and the damage is similar, but since we have such a huge upkeep on the defense penalty, like constantly, it works well as well. Hello everyone, sorry I missed the chat. So there are a lot of videos with max weight teams. How about some videos with not so max weight, like Vortex without Legos? 2 hits token, that's in common. As you can see, I've built teams like that. Okay, there are teams that I've built and I downgraded the heroes as well. It's just I didn't have time to make videos. I don't know when the code expires, Morpheus. Use it till it lasts. Hello East Coast. Welcome. Now, we didn't finish Aura yesterday, so we'll go over it today, but just a summary for those of you who joined me today but didn't join me in the last few days. Aura so far is the most well, the worst. I don't find aura good, and that's because aura skills deal additional target max HP damage, which doesn't work on Vortex. Or doesn't work as it should on Vortex, because the boss doesn't have max HP, right? So we can't get this. And all of the skills do scale with it, okay? They get extra benefits from doing it. And we can't utilize this on Vortex. So the team is doing damage. You can look at this and you see, oh, but it's doing 50, 55, 53. That's more than the shadow teams you've showed here. Well, that's because we have a radiant buff. So here we go. We have a radiant buff that gives us 30% more radiant damage. So that's why they do so much damage. And again, similar to Season 2, so far, the best results are when we're running free supports. As you can see, the free supports that I've been running with my Ice Blast team are making even this aura team do well. 55, 53 compared to like 2 legendary aura heroes. And both of those heroes, those 2 legendary support, I would say support aura heroes, enablers, they do similar job. I mean, he boosts the aura that we regenerate, and she helps us maintain the blaze state by reducing the amount of aura we consume. And as you can see with her, we had a higher damage with our exclusive hero. That's because we want to maintain aura longer. Okay, we want to maintain aura longer because when she's in the blaze, well, we want to maintain blaze state longer. When she's in the blaze state, she has a guaranteed crit hits, so we are dumping. We're not putting anything into crit rate. We're going crit damage, and we go with this set because it gives us a 4 additional attack. Sadly, as I said, this team does not perform well on Vortex because it's a single target, and also we do not gain the benefits of the max HP extra damage. This will work well on Feymander and etc., but not on Temporal Vortex. It might be amazing on boss like Mecha Turkey, where we had these ads. It will be amazing, but we don't know what the end game is and what the otherworld exploration will look like. So yeah, that's one thing. And then we have Corrosion. So I did not cover Corrosion much during my live streams because I'm not 100% sure this will go into production. Okay, I'm not sure this is how the Corrosion will be released. First of all, we can't see the Corrosion being applied to enemy H bars. I mean, it happens only on Arena, but since I have level 20 Arena enemies, I can't really test it. It doesn't happen on the dummies, it doesn't happen on the bosses, so it's hard to notice how much Corrosion we have. And currently, we produce too much Corrosion, and it deflates too slow. This is why we have these huge numbers. So, as I said, I didn't cover it because if it goes in that state, that's how your Temporal Vortex will look. If you don't have Rook, you can't compete in Temporal Vortex. If this goes live, that's terrible. This will be a really bad thing for Dragonheir Silent Gods to go. But we'll see. Because if you don't have, I mean, you don't even need to have root copy. Without this artifact, you can still do a lot of damage, okay? I mean, a lot, probably like 300. You'll lose a lot. Yeah, poison stacks to 40, corrosion does not, okay? So far, it's unlimited. And, you know, end game, these heroes, they don't do damage in... Look at the scaling. This is the issue. The flat number here, 10,000. In the early game, doing 10,000 damage takes a while. In the mid game, not so much. But in the late game, that is nothing. Especially when we're doing millions of damage against Temporal Vortex boss. So yeah, he's gaining quite a lot. And this is currently broken. Now, this team obviously suffers. You can't survive so long as with other teams. Because you can run 3 supports, you need 2 corrosion heroes, but you do so much damage in the meantime, it doesn't matter. It does not. This team is just too strong. And this is why I didn't bother. Once I've hit 500 million, I knew I'm not gonna bother testing it until I get an answer. And, you know, during the weekend, the community managers and developers are off. This is their job, okay? So they got lives as well. So we're still waiting on confirmation if anything is gonna happen with it, because it's working as intended. It's working. This is not a bug. It's working as intended. It just didn't hit. It doesn't have a cap. Okay, there's an issue with it. Not well thought. Now, what I want to do, and I'm not gonna do it today because I'll need a proper preparation for it. I don't want to waste too much of your time, but I want to create an Ice Blast team. So I want to create an Ice Blast team, obviously, for this temporal vortex as well. Now we don't really have the good supports, the free supports that were making this viable, like getting to 240 stacks. So what I want to make is like obviously high-end temporal, Ice Blast team, and then a low-end, which is like Garfin and Bledin, and use Felocia instead of Garius, right? Because we can use her. I can use Vinyara instead of Rose for attack penalty, but I could run husband and wife as well. I mean, we'll use husband. No, we can't really because it's on the battle skill and it's only 5 seconds. So yeah, we could even play without attack penalty and those 3 because he's got damage reduction. Well, it's only on himself, so yeah, he's not that good without it. But we can try. We can try building like an Ice Blast team because we also have poison. Remember, we have Fur Buff that we can use. We can use Ogok if we really want to. So Fur Buff, Ogok, and Felocia. And that will work well. So that's one idea I want to do. And another thing I want to do is create a wild team. So wild team was the MVP in season 1, right? And what we can do right now is, like, if I go here and I create this team. Oh, sorry, this team, right? I can just replace those 2 and put in Flora and Felicity. Or, you know, if I want to test it like the way I can run it, Flora and Eric Ottonalnen, you know, that's option. This is what I want to do tomorrow and in the next days. Yeah, I mean, they said they will introduce more cooperative form of gameplay. We're still looking for it. Right, but I know I covered the Shadow, the Aura, and the Corrosion heroes in video. I have a video ready for other heroes, but I just didn't have time to release it. I was really occupied with work. So let me quickly go over the new heroes. And I'll show you their the skill animation as well, because, you know, reading just the skills doesn't really give you an idea of how it looks in the game. And there's one hero that looks and behaves totally different, and I mean him. So Scenario is like a solid healer. We finally have a healer for the fire team, and I think he will be like S tier healer. I don't want to do tier lists. Looking at his abilities, Selix and Ali dispel all of their debuffs and grants invincibility for 5 seconds. This reminds me of Ogok, right? Then, when the invincibility on the ally expires, the hero deals 760% attack fire damage, right? Based on attack, interesting. Obviously, it's a damage skill. And then, this is a delay, 5 seconds later, after, well, just after the invincibility finishes, but 5 seconds after he casts this ultimate, he heals all allies by 500% of his attack. Invincibility and heal. All right, fine. Fires 3 fireballs to strike random enemy, with each fireball dealing some damage and healing the ally with currently lowest percentage of HP by 150% attack. Hold on. That's 450% attack here. So 3 fireballs. You know, that's cool. In total, we can heal 3 heroes with it as well for the lower armament. So attack sounds like Zarlov. And now this is an interesting skill. When the hero's skill hits an enemy, there is a 50% chance of inflicting attack penalty 2 on them for 10 seconds. Look at this skill for 10 seconds. Look at that. We can hit it with our battle skill and we can proc it and it will give us 10 seconds, which is a 10-second complete recharge time. In the meantime, we'll be also casting that, so there's a really high upkeep of attack penalty on the hero. That hero can generate, and it can't be resisted, so we don't need to build accuracy. And I don't see why this kind of passive could not have been implemented for Elminster. This is what we were talking about. This is a useless passive. Do something with accuracy so it will be easier to apply this. And this is the answer. This guy has it. I mean, if you have to choose between him and Elminster, he's the guy. Now, also, when the hero uses a skill to heal an ally, the hero himself gains a healing of 50% of the current healing gained. So when he heals someone else, he's healing himself. So he is amazing. On paper, haven't tested him yet because, as I said, I want to build this wild team. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a set that I can put on him quickly. Well, we can just build him with total attack. So yeah, as you see, he is attack based. So an artifact like downpipe organs on him has super high value. Why? Because we build him with as much attack as possible, and we go into move 10% of it to our other heroes, and we can build him with attack and stuff. We can build him with this as well to increase the healing. He doesn't do shields, but this will help. So if we go this route, we can build him offensively. That's the beauty of it. We can build crit damage as well. That's actually a really bad roll. Right? We can use this mythic item, but there are other options as well, right? That's okay. That's okay. That's the one I'm talking about, right? So when we apply this attack penalty through the skills, we can use this to dispel a buff from the target. It's not ideal. There are better heroes who can, there are heroes who can better utilize it, but this is also an option. I think increased healing is amazing. It's a 50% chance, but yeah, this allows us to build this guy totally different. We can go attack on the gloves and go for like a haste set as well. There are a few things you can play around with. So see this? He gains 50% attack per haste. Yeah, we could go with this if we build him with haste, like a haste set and something. But since we're using that, we don't want to use these gloves. We can build him with this set, which will give us extra attack for every crit damage he's got. Which is amazing. So basically we won't keep this here, and we can build like crit damage, crit rate, right? We're still building attack, and we go here again, crit rate, crit damage, and maybe we get something like this. And same here. he will have lower crit rate, but I'm not aiming for crit rate as the main substat. We want crit damage, okay? But since we have this crit damage, we also want a little bit of crit rate, okay? So look at this. This is huge. 5,000 HP attack plus an extra 1,000. So 6,000 attack. He will get 10% from that, so that's plus extra 600, and he'll transfer it to all our range heroes. And if we play, let me save this actually. No, not this. Just the equipment. And if we play him with our wild team, which is all range, he will boost their damage. All right, and this is how his skills look in action. So he's a guy with a sword, but look, he uses that sword to cast the skills. Invincibility, damage. So I can see that the damage portion of his skill, it doesn't hit the dummies. Or does it? Yeah, it doesn't. It hits around the target that got invincibility. So if we do that here, that's actually interesting. So if we put Crisis, okay, he casted invincibility on himself. So I need to manually cast the skill. I wonder. No, so the damage is around him. All right, that's interesting. I didn't expect that. So placement again will be vital. So this is a range hit, but this is going to be melee. So when we play on Vortex, let's see if it will have range. But before we go there, there's another hero that has been released, Victor. So Victor will do a lot of damage to all enemies and convert up to 2 of their buffs to random debuffs, which inherit the remaining duration of the original buffs. After the conversion, if an enemy has less than 2 debuffs, there is a 100% chance of additionally inflicting 2 random debuffs on them. So this is a hero that will work really well against the Mecha Turkey, but he will probably be really good on the arena. I don't play PvP, I don't play arena, so I am not going to talk too much about that. But yeah, huge scaling, whole field. He also deals single target damage here. This is actually a really huge scaling, and dispels all of their buffs and remove all of their shields, and 100% chance of buff prohibition. So this is something to counter all these heavy tank meta. If you build your team to focus a single target and he casts this battle skill, he's making any tank really vulnerable. You're removing all their debuffs, all the buffs. You remove the shield, and you also grant 100% of buff prohibition. So any resurrection, any defense up, anything is not gonna stick. Okay, so it looks really, really solid. And he marks the enemy when he inflicts a debuff on them. The mark lasts the same as the debuff, and healing received by the marked enemy reduces by 35%. So 35% healing reduction, but the ultimate energy of their healer will also be reduced by 30% as the enemy receives healing. So every 5 seconds, because the trigger can only happen for a second, 5 seconds. When the healer heals, he will be reducing the energy. So if someone's got Elecabre who does healing over time, the Elecabre will reduce her energy by 30% every time there's a tick, but it triggers every 5 seconds. So if Alicabra has this healing over time for 10 seconds, you will reduce her ultimate by 60% in total because it will trigger twice. This is really good for arena and etc. Who knows? Maybe it will be useful in endgame or other world bosses as well. We don't know what bosses we'll have. So yeah, again, oh, hold on. I wanted to see this in action. Okay, let's see if that's work. If it works this way. And yeah, he's melee. It didn't seem like he's done damage. Oh, because he does damage 5 seconds after. I'm silly, I forgot. Right, so he casts invincibility. When it finishes, he should do damage, yeah, and heal. Totally forgot about that. 5 seconds after. Yeah, when invincibility finishes, we're gonna deal damage, and it's AoE damage that doesn't require you to stand close. Look at this. Let's do this again, right? So yeah, that's a mistake on my part. I forgot totally about the 5 second rule. So let's see if we need to stay away. Okay, so we're not dealing damage now. The damage will be delayed now. Yeah, so it hits everyone. Amazing. So we don't need to worry about placement of this hero. Cool. Now, so that's the fire heroes, okay? If we go to, okay, so fire radiance, there's nothing. Lightning and necrosis. They actually added few other heroes that are not shadow in this bot. So we have 2 lightning tanks, Favom Dawn, and he's amazing, and I'll explain why. If you look at his ultimate skill, okay, he casts this spell for 8 seconds, and every second he deals some damage and applies attack penalty and reduce ultimate energy by 5%. So this hits 8 times, right? So for the 8 seconds, we have attack penalty that lasts 5 seconds per hit. And then after the last hit at 8th second, we still have attack penalty for 5 seconds, which in total gives us a 13 second of attack penalty on the target, if it's a single target. Yeah, so I'll show you how it looks in action first. Because when there's multiple enemies, it's not gonna work. It's not going to work that well. Yeah, as you can see, some disappear, some don't, but if we cast it on a single target, we're constantly applying this attack penalty, as you can see. And after this finishes, so 8 seconds plus 5, this is where it finishes. And look at that, we're almost ready to cast it again. So there are going to be few ways to build him. If we build this tank with a lot of haste, we can basically, I think, have a really low downtime on this. Which is amazing against dungeons who have 18-second rotation. A little bit less amazing against, Vortex, because you still want to time it correctly. But when it comes to the otherworld exploration endgame boss, for example, usually we have it at 30-second rotation. The first one was at 35. So you will be able to cast this ultimate twice, easily twice, and have like 26-second attack down on the enemies. So he's actually quite cool compared to the other hero. So the other tank as well, Stanguin. She has control, immunity, and defense up. Okay, for all allies. She dispels all debuffs from herself. I'm not sure if you remember Lydia or if you used Lydia. Her battle skill is very similar. She gains invincibility for 3 seconds and gains 50% max shield when exiting this invincibility state. Okay, so for 3 seconds she's not taking any damage, and for the next 5 she gains a shield worth 15% of max HP. So basically we're taking reduced damage for the 8 seconds in total with a cooldown of 10 seconds. So it is happening very often basically, and we're mitigating a lot of damage. So she will be a very good choice for those of you who want to like do Grave of Venom early on. Okay, this is really huge. On top of that, she dispels all the debuffs and has defense up 2 on her ultimate as well. Now, you know, her passive, when in possession of a buff, basic attacks cast a lightning chain that bounces between enemies up to 4 times, and dispelling 1 buff from them each time. Okay, so I mean, the issue with the bouncing skills is it doesn't work really well against single targets because it doesn't bounce. But for multiple targets, this will be not too bad. And I mean, again, looks like not a bad PvP oriented tank. Due to control, immunity, dispelling all debuffs, and invincibility plus shield on a really low cooldown. So this will do a little bit of damage and also dispel. However, if you want to dispel a buff, I think you need to have accuracy, which is not good. And as you can see, this basically confirms Grand Gladiator Arena resistance. So when you see this on a hero, it basically means the developers designed this hero more for PvP than other things. And then we have 3 heroes. Everyone will get them if they not finish, if they clear enough stages of Paymander and Pillars. Belvernal support, she's actually quite interesting. So when ally takes damage, there is a 10% chance of converting 20% of their damage taken into healing. Okay, so 10% chance is low if we're talking about damage on bosses that is a single target, for example, single hit. Okay, so it's low, but if there's a boss that deals like 5 hits, 5 weak hits, it will heal quite significantly. Okay, and when an enemy, when an enemy receives healing, there is 10% chance of converting 20% of their healing received into damage. And this is interesting on the arena. 20% of the healing turns into damage, which is something to what Berengar does. Blah, 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 blah. When being healed, the hero gains extra max HP of the... Hold on, what was it? Ultimate? Challenge launches, the range is blah, blah, blah. And healing reversal. Yeah. So healing reversal, healing received will be converted into damage, which equals to 50% of the healing received, up to 100% max of the caster's HP. So yeah, as you can see, this will be a little version of this, but it's on passive. Where is she? So it's really interesting. Okay, this will probably be one of the heroes that people will use against this heavy stacking teams, because it doesn't cap. There's no cap on this. So if Garius throws a shield, if Garius throws a heal that heals for 100,000 HP, there is a 10% chance that 20% of that healing will convert into damage. So if you don't have Garius staff, you can't increase the HP of your heroes, because shield increases the HP, basically adds an extra HP. This will probably kill that hero. There's a 10% chance of that happening. So this is an interesting mechanic on the passive skill. She fires an orb that bounces, again, 6 times, so it requires this extra enemies, and has a 30% chance, which goes to 50, to stun. So we got control here. And strike enemy within range 3 times, dealing damage, and 50% chance of reducing their ultimate energy by 10%. So you can reduce a 30% energy of the team. And if you build her with Witches Remain, as you want to, because to do this ultimate energy here and stand, you need accuracy. This will work well. Or if you really want to push damage, I'm not sure how much damage she can dish out, but you can use the new artifact as well. And that new artifact is just too good. This one is so OP. So this is a choice for PvP oriented heroes and others as well. Hi Jerem, how are you? And then we have Vex. Okay, so Vex is another hero we get through, I think we got him through the Fae and got her through the pillars or the other way around. Okay. So he gives accuracy aura to everyone, and the hero damage taken from enemy heroes will not exceed 35% of the hero max HP in each single hit. And this is a mechanic that I'm familiar with in another game. This basically helps the hero to survive. Okay, I mean, you need to at least hit him 3 times to kill him. And luckily, with the seasonal reset, we are not at the stage where heroes are constantly getting powered up because we need to refresh it. But in other games, you know, when you introduce new mechanics like mythic gear, like awakenings, etc., the heroes are becoming so powerful that the developers have to implement this kind of HP damage cap on almost every hero to make them viable, because otherwise they get demolished with a single hit from those OP heroes. So this is quite cool. But enemy heroes, again, Feymander, PvP. He strikes the enemy 2 times and stuns them. Okay, 60% chance of stunning, so way worse than the previous hero's battle skill. And he strikes the enemy 3 times, with each strike dealing damage. So this is actually a good scaling here on the attack. Look at that. That's like that's, oh man, what's happening with my mouth? 600. So that's 870%. Yeah. And dispels one buff from them, and grants additional debuff immunity to all allies for 10 seconds if all buffs on the enemy are dispelled. So yeah, you remember, what's his name? I used him in season 1, the lightning rare that's able to dispel on the Grave of Curse. Now we're gonna have a hero who is doing this job but way better. There he is, Grover. So new meta is Burn and Wild with Garius and Ardref. Yeah, I believe this will be the easiest team to go through the campaign and all the dungeons. Because so far, Radiance is superior when it comes to the supports. Radiance supports have so much utility, it's just not fun. Right? If we go here and we look, we got Garius. If you got Garius with shield like this, with Gatekeeper Staff, you got heal, shield, and you have an amazing tank. If you build Ardref, you have an off tank with an amazing healing and a healing increase as well as defense up. An amazing aura. If you put Rose in the team as well, you have Witches Remain plus attack penalty and recharge speed penalty on the bosses to help you get this 18-second rotation early on. And then you just complement it with 2 damage dealers. So you can go Rally. Yeah, you can go Rally. This is still a viable option. Or you can just go Fire and build a Burn team. Where is my Burn team? Burn team. Or you can build a Wild team as well for Vortex. That's what I'm going to do the other day. Well, the next day, okay? But sadly, Aura so far is not that great. And that's because we can't really benefit from the target max HP radiant damage, sadly. So these are the 2 heroes here, and we also have an ice poison hero. So this is the wife and the husband, plus the exclusive. This is like Ardref. And I think this is it. I think I didn't miss anyone. Yeah. So Aladia, she's the exclusive hero, and she's like Felicity. So when an ally with a shield takes damage, there's a 20% chance of inflicting attack penalty on the attacker for 10 seconds. Right? So this is really good. And grants max HP plus enlightenment shield to all allies for 10 seconds as the battle starts. Okay, this is really useful in arena as well. You have that shield, a huge shield early on, and it counters the early haste teams. Okay, if someone is focusing on haste and getting the skills really, really low to utilize that damage, you can mitigate a lot of that damage here. Now she deals cold damage to enemy and removes all of their shields. Targeting a non-elite enemy will steal their shield instead. So non-elite, I guess that's like a boss or something. And then this skill, 650 cold damage to all enemies. Okay, so this is a huge burst, but we're not gonna build her with that much attack. We'll focus on enlightenment more. So with 50% chance of inflicting them with Frozen. So Frozen is like a stun. You're unable to launch basic attacks or cast skills, but you take 30% less damage, okay? Oh, anything without Ulbar. Interesting. Thank you, Ragors. And so she does that. She has a crowd control. Now, again, in PvE, we don't worry about Frozen, okay? So we don't build her with accuracy. She grants a shield and control immunity to all allies for 10 seconds. Okay, so when she grants a shield and we take damage, our heroes take damage, there is a 20% chance of inflicting attack penalty. I mean, this is so cool on PvP because we will have this huge shield, and every auto attack that enemy does has a 20% chance of inflicting attack penalty. This is not skill only. All the auto attacks. So there's a high chance of someone like Dauntless team to apply it unless they destroy the shield quickly, right? And so that's why they need burst. And then we have the wife and the husband. So Theodemer, he is good in the dungeons. His burst, I mean, every hero that scales his damage healing with defense does well, especially in PvP. So he's got a huge scaling on his ultimate. It deals 700% defense, but before he deals the damage, he increases his defense as well by 60%, reduces the damage he takes, and taunts all enemies to attack him. Okay, so to make the taunt work, we need to build him with accuracy. But the cool thing is, this is a whole area taunt. So if you're playing against the Harpy dungeon, all the orbs should theoretically hit you. If you're playing against content that has adds summoning in the bag, he will taunt them and they'll need to run to him. His battle skill applies attack penalty, but it strikes 3 times, dealing 450% defense. Again, this is huge multiplier in total, and reducing the ultimate energy by 10%. Okay, so 10%. If the target's ultimate energy is reduced to 0, the hero gains additional 25% ultimate energy. So sadly, we can't control it. If we could control it, we could cast the battle skill just after, for example, the bosses, when the boss casts a skill, the boss has like 0 energy, okay? The energy of the boss, 100% is between the skills. It's not like the whole from the first skill to the last one. No, it's between the skills. So this could really give him a good potential to get his ultimate constantly. But in the arena, this can happen, okay? And he will get the ultimate more often. Now, the third strike has a 100% chance of inflicting attack penalty as well. So this can really make the tank, well, it will mostly be against the tank. Is good, the new free legendary. Yeah, Lukazefo, I just went over that free legendary hero. So she seems good. And now the passive, okay, so decreases the damage taken by 5% and increases the healing received by 10%. This is the Newlywed's Vow. The hero cannot obtain a shield, so sadly the shields won't work on him. For each enemy on the field that targets them, gains 1 stack of Newlywed Vows, up to 5 stacks. So if there are 5 enemies on the arena and he casts a taunt, they are getting this 5 stacks, which means the damage will be reduced by 25% and the healing will be received by 50%. So it's really hard to kill him when he taunts. Now, the hero gains the following additional effects when deployed with Fenja: invincibility and debuff block for 10 seconds, and 100% ultimate energy when their HP drops to 0 for the first time during a battle. Now, there is really important here. That works for both of them. Or it should be his. I haven't tested that, so take that with a grain of salt. But I would assume it's either of them if they're together. Yeah, so when her HP drops to 0, he casts this ultimate. I would assume. Sadly, I can't really test it on the arena, but we can test it against the bosses, and that's what we'll do. Now, her. So finally, we have a healer, a frost healer. When an ally gains or loses a buff, the hero heals them. So this is really good against the mass dispel teams. And this effect can only be triggered once every 3 seconds. When healing Theodemir, the healing effect is further increased by 50%. Now, if we read this again, when an ally gains or loses a buff, gains. So if we have a buff that we gained through our skills, this buff will expire and we'll lose it. So we can double heal here. We can heal when we gain and we can heal when we lose. The cooldown is 3 seconds on this. But, you know, the buffs last like 10 seconds. So I wonder if it's 3 seconds per hero or is it global 3 second cooldown? Because that if there's no like global cooldown, that would be really, really strong. Now she dispels all debuffs from the ally with the current lowest percentage of HP, which will trigger this, right? Sorry, no, debuffs. Okay, yeah, it will not trigger that. Heals them, that's a single target, and grants them recovery over time. Again, extra healing, strong single target healing, and this helps her husband to survive as much as possible. What time is it? Okay, 15 more minutes to a giveaway. Today's giveaway is happening on YouTube, and it's going to be a quiz. Tomorrow, giveaway on Twitch. So keep these points stacking, guys, and use them up tomorrow. So heals all allies, and this is huge. Look at this healing: 20% target max HP and 3000 enlightenment. Okay, so wow, this is huge heal, and grants them resistance up to for 10 seconds. So all the resistance go up. Again, very good PvP hero. Now, she deals 600 cold damage to enemies within range in the meantime, with 100% chance of inflicting them with blind for 8 seconds and ignoring 50% of their resistance. So blind prevents basic attacks hitting the target. So this is quite cool. And let's see them in action. And I like what they've done. I like the synergy between the heroes more than the synergy between the damage affinity. So those heroes, these defensive and support hero, they do not belong to Frost. They do not belong to Ice Blast, but they have a unique synergy between them two. We have something similar in the shadow damage affinity with Ozo. Well, not Ozo, any shadow hero, but with Daphne. So Daphne can work and possess any shadow hero. She can possess non-shadow hero as well. Okay, keep that in mind. She can possess a non-shadow hero and grant them 35% extra attack. I tried it, it worked. So it opens a possibility, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth for Dauntless heroes. You got Daphne. So, and yeah, Daphne is one of those. Sadly, there's no much more. Imagine by the time I get to the banner, they will be divorced. I will get one of the or the other. Yeah, you're quite far away from season 3, are you not? How long, Demon and Angel? One week of hard draft left. Yeah, so quite far away. Okay, so on Vortex, it's quite hard to test those two. Because they will die around the same time. Because how the boss works. I'm honestly more interested by those two than all other from new mechanics, unless I can put my hands on exclusive, but hey. Yeah, I agree. They are quite interesting. For someone who doesn't play PvP, they're actually quite interesting. I didn't put any equipment on them, okay? I just want to see. Yeah, okay, so the part of the passive works only on him. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't work on her. She can die, but he can't. As long as they are deployed. You see, it doesn't matter that she's dead when he cast it. We are able to do it. It's similar to Fessa. But yeah, that's all the new heroes, okay? All the new heroes that are available. And obviously we have the OP Corrosion. I haven't covered that too much because it's just too strong. There's no reason for me to waste hours testing something that is totally OP no matter how you play it. So that will be... we can do this. Corrosion. But I can explain why it's OP. So we have Rick. We're gonna use this dude. And we're gonna use this dude. And we're gonna follow with Fur buff. Healing is nerfed. Okay. I mean, healing is nerfed here. This week. That's what I meant. Healing is nerfed this week. I don't want to play Ogok. Ogok is just too strong with this team, okay? I could bring Felocia as well. But let's see her in action. Furbuff is obviously still a really solid contender. Oh, yeah, okay. And with this chest, he's just amazing. Okay. Yeah, Leofa has shown his face. The one that wins them all. Okay, so we need defense. Defense percentage and accuracy. I don't think we can get this, but we need accuracy, right? This is the higher level of the vortex now. That's the issue, that I don't have good runes, but nine will not help me. I need to look for accuracy elsewhere. Oh, and by the way, remember that I'm not using elemental affinity that is high. Okay, I'll show you what I'm using. How much accuracy we got here? Single. Okay. Okay, 4 accuracy shot. That's alright. I mean, no, not really. He already has a low chance of. Okay, I got weak accuracy here, so let's go for accuracy. There we go. Okay, I lost a lot of HP, but it doesn't matter. And her. Yeah, so target max HP and enlightenment. So that's what we want to build on her. And since she's shielding, we'll use Elemental Artifact as well. Higher shields, longer duration. We want this chest. This chest is just too good. I wonder, I'm gonna try it. If we build her without accuracy, are we going to be applying this attack penalty? Realistically, we should not. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put her in and see if it works. It could be better, Sylvie. I'm not saying not. I just want to try it without any accuracy first. And then I'll put that set. You're right, this will work better because that single hero will not be good. Okay, let's just run it. Okay, we don't have enough accuracy. Resist. You could see that here. So we need accuracy on her. Yeah, resist. So it's broken quite often, which is a good thing. Okay, everyone who's on Twitch, 2 minutes to jump to YouTube so you can participate in the quiz. Yes, this is a mythic equipment. We have a new red equipment, which is a mythic equipment, which is exclusive to season 3, and it is a 1-piece equipment. So basically we can run a 3-piece equipment plus 1 piece, or we can run 2-piece equipment and 2 1-pieces. So a lot of combination coming this season. Okay, 217. It's not quite enough. I think we will be okay. I can change the chest if I can find it. I don't think I will have. Oh, that's the wrong thingy. Yeah, just one. Oh wow, did I just put the wrong set on her? Oh my goodness. I'm really tired today. Yeah, sorry. After the test quiz. The test quiz is happening today, right now, basically. Okay, so I'll gear them up in the meantime, but let's do the quiz, everyone. So to do the quiz, we need to open the chat in a pop-up window. Let me change here. The quiz. Okay, so the quiz is happening only on YouTube. Only YouTube answers will be taken into consideration. This is a giveaway for YouTube today. Tomorrow we're going to the Twitch. So to participate, you just need to write a correct answer to the question. The question will, the answer will be a hero's name today. You need to type it correctly without any misspelling. You can start with capital or small letter, that doesn't matter. But if you mispronounce the name of the hero, you will not be taken into, you will not be added, your name will not be added to the wheel of names. And also only your first answer is taken into consideration. So there's no point of writing your answer twice or editing your answer. Okay, if there's a retracted message or something, that will not be taken into consideration. I mean, retracted message, yeah, exactly. So these are the rules. There will be one question. I'll count to 5 and it's going to show on the screen. Then we will look into my chat and we will pick the 10 winners, the 10 correct answers. The quiz is really simple if you play the game and you read what you're doing. It might catch you off guard, right? Like some questions, but that's the goal. So, you shouldn't rush your answer because you can answer incorrectly and lose a chance to participate. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear the chat And I'm gonna count to 5. And good luck, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see the answer. The answer was in the question, really. You didn't even need to know the name of the skill. Yeah, guys, this was only YouTube. I mentioned that so many times. Sorry, Sect, this is a YouTube only quiz. The giveaway on Twitch will happen tomorrow. Monster, it was probably delay on your chat. You'll see that no one answered before the question. And I'll tell you why. Okay, so the answer is Usha. There's only one rare ice hero on that list, and it's Usha. You didn't need to know the skill of the Usha as long as you know Usha is the only rare hero. Hi CJ, how are you? You just missed the giveaway. Okay, so, right, so this is where I started counting and no one answered before it. Indigo was the first one with Usha. So yeah, there might have been a delay on your stream. CJ, you were minutes late. Yeah. So there we go. Indigo. I saw the chat, so everyone was answering at approximately same time. Yeah, so it's not misspelled. It's Usha. So Indigo is the first one. Then we have Laura. Well done, Laura. Always in the top. Always one of the fastest answers. Eric. Next one. And then we have Luca. Now remember, it's really hard to give this on YouTube. So I'll need either your Discord ID when you win, or just jump to Twitch and I'll send you a private message there. Ricardo. Someone was excited there with caps. But still the right one. It's not misspelled. Hold on, I need to... Yeah, I mean, remember guys, on your chat, it will always be you higher than someone who answered at the same time as you. Okay, that is the big difference. Okay, sorry, I was reading through the chat. So Robzos is the next winner. And Bahu will be the ultimate winner. But yeah, the answer was in the question. As I said, there was only one rare hero on the list. And Tom, is that the 10? No, it's not 10 yet. Sorry, my eyes are really tired today. I've been working so long. 3, 5, 8. 2 more. So we finished on Tom. 2 more. So Astrea. And last, Ilias. Everyone else who answered correctly, well done. There's a chance to participate on Twitch tomorrow. It's not going to be a quiz. It's just going to be raw luck. But then the day after tomorrow, Wednesday, oh, it's Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I'm taking a break, okay? On Wednesday, I will not stream, but I'll be back on Thursday, and Thursday will be YouTube quiz giveaway again. Hold on, let me read through the chat that I missed now. Yeah, delay. Delay is like, I know delay happens on YouTube sometimes for some people. I know that. I've been doing this for ages, and sadly, there's nothing I can do. Pretty good. In my chat, I was the first one to answer. Oh, well, it was strange if I saw the question. There was 5 answers. That means, Monster, you had a delay on your stream. See, before I do these giveaways, it's best to refresh the stream. Hi Indigo, you are the first. Yes, and now we're gonna roll the 10. From the 10 people, we're gonna roll the ultimate winner. Okay, are you guys ready? Good luck to everyone. Let's see who's the ultimate winner today. And we'll get the 2 Heliolite dice code, and it is Cedric. Cedric. Yeah, by the way, Darnavs, happy birthday today. Sorry, I'm just catching up with this. Okay, so Cedric, do you want me to send you a whisper on Twitch or Discord? Do you have guaranteed win after 35 tries? Well, guys, if you push community managers to give me more codes, then I'll give more giveaways. I don't mind. I really enjoy it, you know? Discord. Okay, so what is your Discord ID? I'm trying to catch up with 2 chats, so it's not easy, you know? Yeah, happy birthday, Darnavs, once again. I'll get it right, just a sec, yeah. You can also try and reach out to me instead as well. Okay, so we're going back to the game. We'll try this Ice Blast, well, not Ice Blast team. Is it Ice Blast team that I'm trying? I don't even know I'm trying. Oh, this one, okay, yeah. Let me open Discord. Okay, so we got her set and ready. Now our main damage dealer, Rook. Okay, so let's see what the game tells us about him. So they want us to build him with this, and this is, yeah, this is one of the best gloves for most of the heroes. Not all of them, but most. And this set is just too good to miss. Okay, this set is powerful because we're building most of our heroes with crit damage anyway. So that's what we're gonna do. So we'll pick a crit damage with good crit rate. There you go. He will be the main source of damage, really. We don't need anyone else to deal damage. And then we pick this set, Aerial Battle Roar. Now we're looking for attack, crit rate, crit damage. I mean, I got terrible equipment. I'm not gonna lie, like terrible equipment. They gave me this round, and I'm not gonna farm the equipment. It doesn't make sense. 5, 12, okay. Yeah, I think I'll need to go with the glove. with crit. Oh, maybe not. I mean, yeah, I think I need to go with this. But then again, look at this. It's like, okay, this is solid. Yeah. Cedric, I'm getting it. Just 1 second. Let me reach out to you on Discord. In the meantime, you can try and send me a request. Like, that's where we do it. Okay, I sent you a friend request, but it didn't work. Are you sure that's your correct username? Try adding me, Gorax _ or join my Discord. Oh, there's a friend request, I think, from you, yeah. Thank you. Okay, so let me send you a code. It's 2 Heliolite dice code. If you receive this code from any other content creator, it might not work for you, but you can still share it with your friends. Okay, so that's 2 Heliolite dice plus some scrolls plus some worm arrow. It's not just Heliolite dice, but I call it just Heliolite dice. Cedric, well done. Congratulations on your win. And let's move forward. Let's at least play this, okay? Because this is not a long stream tonight. I'm really exhausted. So that's our Rook. He's going to do main damage. I just want to explain what is happening if you haven't watched my video. We are his friends. Cheers. So now we need someone to enable Rook, and Whisk is really good at it. But Whisk is also really good at applying Witch's Remain. Both of the heroes we're going to use are good at it, but we're gonna choose one. So what we can do is same glove, basically. We want this glove on all our heroes. And we're gonna go with crit rate, crit damage. But as you can see, I have terrible, terrible equipment. And the same set here, which is the aerial battle roar. This is going to be the main set you'll be using as a set. No, I think we'll have enough here. Okay, but we need accuracy. I used to use this, which is remain on the other hero, so crit rate damage. Nope. Yeah, so as you can see, I was using this here. So we need more accuracy somewhere else. Crit damage. Okay, low crit rate. Crit damage, crit rate, accuracy. Ah, he's using it. So if we use accuracy, yeah, this one. 211. Okay, he's got quite good. That's low crit rate, so we can do that. Yeah, this will help. So that's Whisk, and this epic Dargo. We're using him because when attacking enemies that have less than 30% of their maximum HP, the corrosion damage dealt will be increased by 30%. This also is amazing. 5 orbs, that's 1000% poison damage on single target. and 50% of that is turned into the corrosion, sorry. So it's amazing. He's got like high multipliers, and this is why we'll build him with attack. But there's two ways to build him. You can build him with pipe organ to boost the attack, but this artifact is also amazing. So increase the effect of corrosion inflicted by the wearer by 55%, and he already is doing this really, really well. Sorry guys, I missed the chat. The only hero, do you think a lot of people are gonna pull like crazy on season 3 banner, or do you think people will keep the dice for season 4? Well, if they don't change Rook, those who want to compete, they need to pull. So yeah, if they don't change the corrosion, everyone will pull. Everyone who wants to compete will go. So yeah. Those who don't, the best choice would be skipping and waiting for season 4, or pulling into the banners that will help you get a dupe or a hero that you really want. Like, I mean, I'll see what I can get and I'll decide. If I get an exclusive early on, then I'm going deep to build the team around the exclusive. But if I don't, then I might as well just pull in other banners. Yeah, okay. So, oh, I didn't even do the timings yet. Yeah, let's go. Raccoon Cat Season 2 Burn exclusive is amazing on the end game, boss. He's one of the best for it. You didn't see it on stream or YouTube because I don't have it. But he is amazing there. Definitely one of the best. People were doing 250 million even after the 50%. Right, so let me explain what's happening here. We are applying corrosion with 2 heroes, and then Rook hits with his ultimate, which deals 55% extra attack per 10,000 of corrosion added to the boss. And since we are applying more corrosion than it is depleting, he is doing tremendous damage. The corrosion is constantly going up and up and up and up. So he is doing more and more and more ticks. And this is what's happening. See all these ticks? This is the 35% attack per 10,000 corrosion. And this is why it is so broken, because there is no cap on the amount of the corrosion a team can add. And this is huge. This is why it is so strong, so OP and broken. So apparently there's been a patch for the test server, but since I didn't log out yet, I never got that patch. So I'm not sure, maybe the patch is fixing it. So what we're gonna do is, after this fight, I'm going to exit the test server and we're gonna try it again. Unless someone else can confirm it's still working. Hold on. Well, the thing is, Luca, it's not broken. The corrosion is not broken. It's working as intended, but it's not capped in any way. So imagine if your burn team could get more than 10 stacks of burn. Let's say 40, like poison, or even imagine poison does not have a cap of stacks at 40. If you could go infinite number on poison stacks, your Lothier will do similar damage. Yeah, working as rolls as intended. But yeah, look at that. My game is slowing down, okay? My game can barely keep up with what's happening on the screen. Yeah, Rook is a wee little hacker. He cracked the code, literally. I'm experiencing freezes. Yeah, Nitro, I mean, this is a good idea. However, you hope they do a PvP oriented season, but we looked at the arena rewards and they're the same. So there's nothing new. But they just confirmed that there will be quite a lot of community events happening in Season 3. There might not be story, because I haven't experienced any story in Season 3, but they confirmed that there will be quite a lot of community events happening in Season 3. And also there's another exciting news some of you might have found on the internet already, but it's nothing official yet, so I'm not going to spoil that. Yeah, but remember, this is a game aimed towards people who enjoy Dungeon and Dragon and lore and story. It feels like we play a game where we can enjoy a new campaign every 3 months, but not this season. There's nothing. Everyone skips the story, guys. You're so bad. You just want to play the game. Well, don't get me wrong, I read the story as well. Tell us more about your past and stuff you like. I picked the worst possible answer to the questions. Yes, Nitro. I haven't paid attention. How is that attack penalty of that new Frost hero? Is it applied like quite often or is it not? Okay, it's been applied now. So yeah, it happens. And got applied now. Okay, so it's not bad. I mean, this is good. So I'll definitely get her because I don't have Ogok. So my idea here was to pull for Ogok. And I wanted Velocia as well. So there you go, okay? So I've been doing 50 million with Shadow, I've been doing 50 million with Aura, and then I do one try and I have 300 something. It's not bugged, it's not bugged, it's working as intended, it's not just cap. It's just no cap. But I wonder, okay, I'll do that tomorrow. No, she doesn't dispel. I think, oh, maybe she does by a single dispel. No, she doesn't. Yeah, when they apply a debuff, yeah, it's good. But you know, it's not gonna work on the Vortex, but for other, yeah. So now let's try a wild team. So wild team to build is easy. I mean, is there anyone who uses Flora? Right, so let's say you can use Flora, right? And you can pick only one other. You can put only one other wild hero. Which one would you choose? Just one. I want to run 3 supports and Flora. I want to do Ice Blast team, but with wild. I don't have Flora, so I can't, but I thought about Felicity. You know why, Nitroy? Because of that new artifact, a new thingy. Oh, Demon or Angel, thank you. No artifact, but new glove. Look at this! They don't recommend new items on her. Did they forget old heroes? Did they just do it for the new heroes? Are you kidding me? Look at this, they don't know what to put on wild. They know what to put on burn. No. Ah, lazy. Yeah, tricky game. This is what I would probably run on my main account. Felicity and Eric, because that's what I have. And I think it will even work. It might not work better than Flora, but I want to try Flora. I want to try the high end, but I don't know what one, right? Which one will work best with Flora. But monster, I don't have Jarn. You know, I'm trying to think of what I have. So I can recreate this team. Yeah, I mean, if we can survive with 2 supports as long as with 3, we might get away with it. But I want only 2, right? Because I want to see if this team, the wild team, can produce the same result as the Ice Blast team could in previous season. So in previous season, the best team I ran was 3 supports and 2 Ice Blast heroes. Yeah, we will put witches on our draft. Well, Rose, in our case. So Flora's artifact. Hold on, we build Flora with Enlightenment, don't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. New enlightenment sets. Okay. Oh, you got to be kidding me. No attack percentage. That's what I want to do, Nitroy. But first, I want to see the two. That's my idea here. See 3 supports plus 2 wild, or 2 supports and 3 wild, and see which one is better. Yes, just 1 second. I'll probably have better. No, it's not gonna work. He needs another wild as well. So we'll try Eric. I mean, we can try Eric. He's cool. Roman, I won't have enough time for that today, but I'll try to do it tomorrow. Because I'm almost finished with streaming. Okay, now which glove? Which glove? Do you go for this? Do we go for this? But yeah, I'll try Felicity as well, but probably not today. Tricky game. But that's my goal. I want to build a good wild team because I played wild in season 1. And I hope it's going to be good here. Really? No enlightenment. Oh man. Can we have like attack? Let's try. Yeah, I don't have time today to test everything, right? But I will. That's my goal. I have like a few more days. Sadly, since I can only play like 2 hours, 3 hours a day, I can't test everything. I wish I could, but it's not my full-time job, you know? Man, I'm not getting any enlightenment on the gloves. There we go. Wow, look at that. What? 6,500 attack. How is that possible? Nitroid. Okay, and let's go with Eric. So yeah, guys, this is a very free-to-play friendly team. I'm going to use Eric. Everyone has this hero. So we have rows to apply it, so we can go damage. Okay, free-to-play-ish. Yeah, you know, that Flora was like sneak. Whoop, whoop. No one saw that Flora there. So, if you guys could, choose one of these artifacts for Eric. This or this, is it worth it? I wonder, because I don't have these artifacts. I'm not sure if anyone of you have tried them. The ring. Okay, so this artifact gives us huge crit damage, so we can go with the obvious set and the glove. I guess. Let's try and build crit rate on the other sets as well. That's ring. Oh, the fire tongue. Yeah. Sorry. Where's the tank? There. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna use that because we only run into wild, so that will be low. Yeah, the tank makes sense if you're running 3 wild heroes, but we're running only 1 today. Sorry, 2 today. And this is why I'm also worried that Flora might not do enough damage, you know, with only 1. Not Ardref. It's Rose who's going to apply defense down. Ardref, if I'm running 2. If I'm running only Ardref and Garius, then Ardref will be the one applying the Witch's Remain. That's true. We don't need to put it anywhere else. Why not? Ross is better at it. But yeah, Ardref could have it keep longer, yeah. Why? I put the horn on my horn. Yeah, exactly. That is not a bad idea as well, Nitro. There's obviously few more things we can do if we put I mean the organs on Rose. Okay, so Ariel, this is what we want here. Oh man, I'm really tired today. I think I'm gonna run this fight and we're gonna continue with Wild tomorrow. Okay, I think this is worth it. 226 defense. But I'm losing barely anything. Okay, is it worth running 20% less crit rate or 40% less crit damage? That's the question. That is the question I need to ask myself. Yeah, 56%. So that is like 200 attack we're gonna lose. But we get guaranteed crit then if we do this. 6%, so I can remove crit rate here and add crit damage. So attack, crit damage. And go for like triple crit damage. Hopefully. Single. Okay, not bad. I mean, stat-wise, we're hitting that close. Yeah, we'll keep this. Okay. So that's our team. That's the issue. I need to skip the first rotation. Yes, there is one that will be better than Ross, I believe. This will be the new hero, the new fire hero. This one. I think he will be better than Rosia because he will grant invincibility. Yeah. So invincibility, which will help us mitigate the damage on the single target, and then he will heal plus deal damage. And he's based with attack as well. He can apply attack penalty when his skills hit, and with this, we'll have a really high upkeep because it will hit 3 times a single target. He's amazing. I just need to have time and build him so I can replace Ross with it. Okay, let's run this fight. Yeah, Chrysos was always good. I just never had him demon. He's amazing. As I said, I prefer shields over heals. I'm just afraid with only 2 wild heroes we will have not fast enough damage. Yeah, invincibility is single target, so that's why I mean we will use it on the tank. He heals 5 seconds after. So he will put invincibility here on the tank, and then we'll heal around here. Yeah, exactly. As Demon or Angel is saying. Okay, let me go grab something to eat. It's gonna take a while. And this is going to be the last fight I'm gonna run today. Okay, I'm back. So 60 stacks, 36 million. Yeah, I think Flora definitely needs more wild heroes. I don't know. Even since I started using Ice Blast on Temporal Vortex, everything else feels so slow. So I'll need to build an Ice Blast team here as well and see how it performs. Sadly, before I get that Frost hero in the half of the season, it will be hard without it because I only have like Fur buff. I don't have really a good option for it. But seems like for me personally, Ice Blast will still be the best team because I don't have Flora. Well, unless I get a Rook and they don't change Rook. If I get a Rook and they don't change Rook, then I'm set. Well, right now it's Garius, Ardref, and Rose. But in season 3, I can't use them. So I'll have to use Fur buff. And I'll need to use someone else. And I don't have anyone. I don't have Philosia. I mean, I'll have to try, and if I get that wife, Frenja, maybe she will work without the husband. She should work without the husband as well. Because then I'm left with Hexandra, Vikuk. I don't have Ogok. Yeah, Vikuk is not a bad option, but it's not ideal as well. Yeah, Julian and Philosia will work. You only will miss attack down, and this is why I use free supports. I use Rose for the attack down. But yeah, both Aura and Shadow have been outdamaged now. So tomorrow we'll build an Ice Blast team, and we'll try to test the rare and epic Aura heroes. Maybe they are good as well. I mean, there is one Shadow hero that is good in the lower tier. But today I'm just too exhausted. Maybe I'm catching a cold or something. Mhm. And we'll also move this team around. Hope you're rested and not getting sick. Yeah, I think because today I went to the office And usually when I'm in the office, I drink a lot of water, like a lot cold water. So I was like, oh, so cold, shaken. So I get back home and I had to drink some tea. Yeah, 300 million less than Corrosion, but 10 million more than Aura and Shadow, so I call it worth. But yeah, I can't play this because I don't have Flora, okay? I just wanted to see what's gonna happen. So next time I'll try... I can add one more wild hero instead of Rose. But that means we're gonna die earlier, but we might still do more damage, you know? If we die earlier, but we keep doing damage, then it's all good. I can put Felicity and Eric, because that will reflect what I can play and see the damage there as well. But that's for tomorrow. That's us done today. So we got 67 million. And this did. Okay. Yeah, this team definitely needs free damage dealers, because she needs them. She needs the enablers. So we need to adjust it. We can dump Rose. Well, 50, 55, 53 million. I mean, the issue is, Rachwood, we can't really test it. I will, but not today, tricky game. I'll try Ice Blast tomorrow. And same with Tonalnan and everything else. That's for tomorrow. I need to focus and tomorrow record a YouTube video for this. So I need to rerun all these fights, record the outcome. So that's like 10 minutes per fight, 7. And go over the equipment and etc. So it's gonna take me like whole morning, but I also have someone at work that I'm like showing things around, so I can't really play all day tomorrow. And yeah, and I also have to try all the Aura heroes that are not legendary, because they might be good single target hero or some good synergy. Yeah, I mean, on the PvE, see if you play Feymander and etc., see all these skills that deal extra target max HP, they will work. And as you can see, even her, Amon Lydia, she's got a 45% increased damage, crit damage in City of Trials, which is Feymander and Pillars. So I think this team is mostly oriented towards it to make it easier, because 10% targets max HP against those heroes who have an inflated HP and defense. You know, target max HP ignores the defense. So, I mean, I don't know if it ignores the defense, because true damage does it. And we only have true damage on one hero, I believe. Maybe few. But the one that I can remember on top of my head, so it's Garth, no, it's a Garthen clone. Gituna, so she's dealing true damage, okay? This is different. So the damage based of HP is probably damage based of HP mine that we deal, and then defense gets into consideration, and this basically ignores the defense and anything else, this true damage. This is powerful, but sadly she's not good. At least it's powerful in other games when it comes to true damage. Okay, so yeah, this is me for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, and I won't be streaming on Wednesday. So tomorrow is the last day, and then Thursday, just before the season starts, really. And on Friday when season 3 starts, I'll stream from morning till probably late afternoon. So, you know, I'll be showing you guys everything's happening, and we'll go over the spreadsheet and etc. So yeah, thank you all for staying with me tonight, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Loki, that's tomorrow. Ice Blast.